Here we go, the herd hierarchy. Let's roll.
Herd hierarchy.
Time is now. Let's go.
The top 10 NFL teams according to Colin. Number 10.
All right, don't sell your Minnesota Vikings stock. They have the Saints and the Bears coming up. They're going to get really, really healthy. Their only loss came on the road to the Eagles, and a lot of people think the Eagles are the best team in the league. Now, their defense is an issue. They hired an offensive coach. They have regressed defensively. They're giving up like 415 yards a game. Don't sell all your stock here. They're going to get healthy. Schedule lightens up. They did thump the Packers. Vikings at 10.
Number 9.
The Rams, I have them lower than everybody else. I think they're sloppy. I think they are missing their center. Downgrade at left tackle. Cam Akers fumbled again at the goal line. Is Allen Robinson washed? He can't get open. Van Jefferson's out for another month and a half. Now, Matthew Stafford has a lot of picks, but he also leads the NFL, completing 72% of his throws. So Stafford gives you get the penthouse and the outhouse. It's the classic. You get great and you get some trouble. But they're giving the ball away this year. 7 giveaways through 3 games. They're too sloppy. I think their head coach and culture is winning games right now. They're not right. The fact they're in the top 10, and I think they've got a million questions, speaks to how good McVay and the overall culture of the organization is. I have them 9.
Number 8.
An inch behind the Bucs. Bucs are going to be really good. They're just not healthy. Here's how you know the Bucs are good. Number 1 scoring defense in the NFL and the most takeaways in the NFL. So the side that Brady doesn't play for is nails. They're going to be really good, top 3-4 team in the league. They're just not healthy. I took them this week, and then I found out Mike Evans and Julio Jones could also not play. If they were healthy, they would have beaten the Packers. They were missing Evans, Goodwin, Julio Jones. Come on. You can't take away the 3 best receivers for a team and ask them to beat a competent quarterback, a competent team like Green Bay. Bucs are fine.
Number 7.
But I like the Niners roster more. The Niners offense is the only had 2 3-and-outs all year. The whole season. With Trey Lance and Garoppolo, how good is their personnel? Only 2 3-and-outs all year. Lowest percentage in the NFL. Also, their defense, the only team in the league holding people under 4 yards a play. They are stacked defensively, stacked at weapons. Do not love their offensive line, and Trent Williams is out. I would put them like 3. But right now their offensive line is in flux. But they do have the Panthers and the Falcons coming up after the Rams. And I like their chances against the Rams. This is a really Buffalo-level roster. 7 for the Niners.
Number 6.
Bengals got right. We predicted it. They're fine. They've run more offensive plays than anybody in the league. They're top 10 in scoring defense. Joe Burrow last 2 games, no picks, 4 touchdowns. Now, they've got to run the ball better, and they're still making too many mistakes. But again, we're going to know a lot about this team in the next 2 weeks because they host the tired Dolphins this week, then it's the Ravens. So maybe I'm a little high on them, but I watched the second half against the Cowboys, and I watched the Jets game, and they feel right to me. Weapons, quarterback, tackles, pass rush, they feel right to me.
Number 5.
I'll give the Dolphins credit. Only remaining undefeated AFC team. Here's the thing about Tua. Last 12 games, Dolphins are 11-1. They're winning games. What do I always say? Got to be productive as a quarterback. I don't care what it looks like, and you got to win games. Now, they're going to Cincinnati short week. I think they're in trouble. But I've got to be honest. First 3 games, Tua's passer ratings, he's the only guy over 100. He's doing the Breeze thing, and he's got great weapons. So I don't think Miami's a championship team, but I picked him to make the playoffs. This looks like a playoff team to me.
Number 4.
I still think the Ravens are really, really good. I thought they outplayed Miami. Their defense is struggling, but a lot of that is on the back end. They got kids, but they have the number 1 scoring offense in the league. They have 12 offensive touchdowns. They're the opposite of the New York Giants. They get into the end zone. The Ravens get into the end zone. Also, who leads the NFL in passer rating? Their quarterback, Lamar. So they're scuffing on the back end of their defense. That's why I can't make them a top 3 team. This is a really explosive team. They don't settle for field goals, folks. They get in the red zone, they give you 7. In the end, that's what I say about Daniel Jones. You got to give me points. You got to give me touchdowns. They give them to you.
Number 3.
Kansas City. Most of that loss to the Colts was special teams. It was a disaster. They muffed a punt. They missed an extra point. They had a fake field goal not work. They missed a 34-yard field goal. That's why they lost the game. They had a bad special team Sunday. But they have 10 offensive touchdowns. Only the Ravens and the Lions have more. They have the best sack differential, so they're getting to the other quarterback. They're fine. They're fine. They had a really bad special team Sunday, and it happens.
Number 2.
Philadelphia. Number 1 total offense. They're converting almost 49% of their third downs. Jalen Hurts is hard to defend. They move the sticks. They pick up first downs, keeping your quarterback off the field. Here's the other thing I like. Jalen Hurts leads the NFL passing yards per attempt. So don't tell me he's thrown underneath and playing it safe. He has thrown it down the field, yards per attempt and yards per completion. The Eagles lead. This is a big play offense. They're like a little bit like Cincinnati last year. They're taking big swings downfield. And that's for a quarterback that we thought, accuracy issues, it's not an issue. They are a big play offense. O-line's playing great. D-line's getting that. They may have the best combination of O-line, D-line in the NFL.
Number 1.
Buffalo. Listen, they've won 20 of their last 28 games by blowouts. They're the Mike Tyson. Don't have much of a jab, but if you're not prepared, it's over in the second round. They've gained 77 first downs. They have the best point differential. They have the best passing offense. I don't love their offensive line, and they are too Josh Allen-centric. But my eyes tell me that's the best-looking roster in the league with an unbelievable quarterback. And the other thing is they're so beat up defensively. They were missing 3 starters in the secondary. In the Miami Heat, so you had less talented guys playing more snaps. And then they were missing 2 or 3 starters on the defensive line. So they were so thin going to Miami. When you go to Miami in September, you're not facing the Dolphins. You're facing the Heat and the Dolphins. So I think Buffalo's still number 1. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.